now we're going to move on to Tier 3, and Tier 3 is all about that one-on-one intervention. So now we're up here in the highest level of the pyramid, and this area is for students that are struggling seriously, that this Tier 2 intervention wasn't working, and now we need to get up to this more intensive intervention with Tier 3. For academics, we're still going to use the same progress monitoring sheet that we did for Tier 2, as our personal notes, but we also are going to check and make sure that whatever research-based intervention aligns with what the team decided when we met, and we're also going to make sure that we have the proper either district or school forms to track the data on, so when we go to the meeting we have everything in order. Now, the best program that I found for academic intervention for K through 8 is Easy CBM. And I'm going to walk you through that right now because I feel like it's so important and it really is a fantastic program to use for research-based interventions. And when we're talking about response to intervention, and the way that we need to do it, everything needs to be through a research-based intervention. A teacher-made assessment will not work. I'm going to exit out of this, minimize it, and I'm going to go to Google Chrome. And I'm going to type in Easy CBM. And when I Google it, it comes up with Easy CBM. I'm going to click on it, and this is the home screen. Where it has Easy CBM Lite, that is the free version. The deluxe version is over here. It's $40 for the entire year. And I know that some teachers spend the money on it. Some schools will actually buy it for their school. They'll put it in the budget. I've only ever used this Lite version, and it's fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. This is what their main screen looks like. You can do reports, students, there's different resources, there's different interventions. This part though, this intervention part is if you pay the money, but this tool right here where it says measures, this is what I always use. And I have it on second grade because that's where I was doing the intervention for a student that was in second grade. But you can see that you can click on any grade from K to 8 and it'll change. So here for second grade we have word reading fluency, passage reading fluency, multiple choice reading comprehension, and then we get into math, numbers and operations, measurement, number operations, and algebra, and it'll change depending on the grade level. So if I leave second grade and go into 8th grade, it has passage reading fluency, multiple choice reading comprehension, algebra, geometry and measurement, data analysis, number operation, and algebra. So it changes. And now we're going to go back to second grade. And there's a couple of things that I want to show you with regards to reading specifically. The first thing is that I've been working on reading comprehension with this student, so I'm going to use the Easy CBM reading comprehension materials that they have. If I click on student copy, it comes up with the reading passage. So this is the research-based piece that I give to the student. They're going to go ahead and read it. They'll answer the questions, and then I'll go ahead and grade it based on what they answered right and what they answered wrong. If I go back, the assessor copy will have the directions on what to tell the student to, what to tell the student to read, and the information on how they are supposed to grade the material. Now for the reading portion of the Easy CBM, there is a video that you can watch that will explain what each part of Easy CBM is about.
Tell you more about the MCRC, Reading Comprehension Measure on Easy CBM. The most challenging of the reading tests available on the Easy CBM system The MCRC measures are most appropriate.
And I'm just going to pause this for a minute so that we can continue with our video. But it has different sections of the videos, and so you can actually go through and watch a certain part of the video tutorial if you want to. But it's just a great tool, and the way that they have set up Easy CBM is just so fantastic and so easy to use. And I believe just a minute ago what I did was I showed you a reading passage for reading comprehension, and then I clicked the assessor copy for this section instead of clicking it here. So let me just show you really quickly. Here's the student copy. I'm just going to backtrack for a minute. Here's the reading comprehension passage and the questions that we just looked at. If I go to enter score here, up on the top of the page, it has this PDF version. I'm going to click on the PDF version. It has the same passage and it has the same questions, but it's the assessor's version of it. And you can either enter the score on the actual site or you can do it on the progress monitoring sheet. You're going to have to do it on the progress monitoring sheet anyway, so you may as well do it like that. But if you have an account and you want to have a backup, then this is a great opportunity to do that. For word reading fluency, you can see this is the student copy that I would give my student, and I've done this one actually. And then if I go, here's the assessor copy, and the directions are right here. Place the word reading student copy probe in front of the student and say, please read from the list of words. Read across the page and then go on to the next row. And then it says, demonstrate by sweeping your finger from left to right across the first 2 rows of words. Start timing when the student begins. Mark a bracket after the last word read. If a student self-corrects, write SC above the word and count it as correct. If they say an incorrect word, mark a slash through the word and count it as incorrect. If they hesitate more than 3 seconds, supply the word and count as incorrect. If a student skips a word, circle the word and count it as incorrect. Note, this is a 60-second time test. So for a lot of these tests, it is timed and you need to have a timer, but they're just so great. I can't say enough great things about Easy CBM. So what you would do is every single time that you give an assessment, you would document it on your progress monitoring sheet, and then you would take that information to your team meeting, and that should be sufficient enough. And I hope that this episode today, with going through how to track Tier 2 and Tier 3 data and how to find research-based interventions and what I use and what tools are good, and just working collaboratively with whoever the point person is for your RTI or school-based team at your school, I think that you will be successful. And if you have any questions, please just send us a message on our YouTube, Recipes for Teaching, and have a great day.